bad day. I just was changing the damn wheel. I just caught a flat in the George Washington Bridge. Luckily that there was a gas station right here. But anyway, folks, Canelo Alvarez frustrated a lot of Canelo Alvarez fans after his performance versus Bud Crawford. And he also, even before that, he was frustrating the boxing world, the boxing fans, and even his own fans because he did not give David Benavidez the opportunity to fight him when he got in position. And even Canelo Alvarez asked David Benavidez, you need to fight more. You only fought Anthony Durrell. And David Benavidez did just that. And maybe karma hit. Maybe that's the reason why the boxing god says, you shall lose to Terence Crawford and get humiliated by the smaller man. I know that God don't talk like that, but I'm just talking about the boxing gods. Anyway. But I spoke to Turkey Al Sheikh, Canelo. I spoke on your behalf. Because I think that you need the rematch with Terence Crawford more than ever. As a matter of fact, in the 168-pound division, I think that Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford is still the biggest fight. And I think that'll actually be more lucrative in the rematch. I mean, it's historically that most of the rematches in the sport of boxing is more lucrative than the first fight. I spoke to Turkey Al Sheikh, and he said under one condition, Punch from boxing, I will let my chocolate thunder back in the ring with cinnamon bun. Under one condition, Punch from, you talk a lot of crap about me and my chocolate thunder, right? Under one condition, Canelo must hold my hand like Chocolate Thunder did. I would have given him the rematch. But under one condition, he must fight David Benavidez after it immediately if he wins. If he doesn't, if he tries to pull a fast one on the Turk, he'd have to forfeit 100% of the purse that he earned in the rematch. Do you understand me? And he would be sued. He would have given me all the gas station he has in Mexico. And you know I like that oil money, motherfucker. Do you understand me, motherfucker? So, Canelo Alvarez, you could fight Terence Crawford. Look, I don't believe that that Canelo Alvarez got demoralized physically. I think he got demoralized spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Canelo Alvarez tried to hit him with everything he got. And he didn't even hurt Terence Crawford. I didn't know that after the fight, I was going to be saying that Terence Crawford has the best chin in the history of the sport of boxing. Yes, I said it. Damn it. Yeah, I said it. Because I said that Canelo Alvarez had the best chin in the history of the sport of boxing. Him and Hagler, but Hagler never moved up to test the chin. Damn it. But Terence Crawford is a 5-division world champion. He stood in the Lions Den. He stood in the middle of the ring. He traded with Canelo Alvarez and got the best of him. He took it. He dished it. Damn Canelo. But anyway, we're not gonna abandon Canelo Alvarez because he lost. I wouldn't want a support system to lose to leave me if I lose. I don't want the lady to leave me because I lost my job. And that's what happens. So we ain't going to abandon you, Canelo Alvarez, but you must do and give back to the boxing fans that do support you. Get yourself a coach. Get yourself a new trainer, damn it. Now, I'm not saying fire Eddie Reynoso. I'm saying add. A lot of people was making fun of Teofimo Lopez because Eddie Reynoso and Canelo Alvarez ain't want to train with him and stuff like that because Tio can't cut the ring off and look at Canelo Alvarez. Shit. That's what I'm talking about, Tio. Tio knew what was happening. But anyway, let me be on a positive note. Canelo Alvarez, I believe in your skills and talent. Do you believe in your skills and talent? Do you believe in your mental state? Because damn it, you look like you was humbled. You even introduced Bud Crawford to your wife and your daughter, stuff like that. You introduced him to their new hero. Come on, man. How you gonna get your ass whooped and introduce that man that whoop your ass to your wife? Canelo Alvarez checked out, and he needs to go back. He needs to go on a journey. He needs to go to Jerusalem or something like that. He needs to go out there and find himself. Or he's gonna get knocked the F out by Terence Crawford in the rematch. And to be honest, even if it's not Terence Crawford, if he fights anybody, if he don't get his mental right, he's gonna get knocked the F out, just like Mike Tyson did by nobodies, just like Roy Jones Jr. was getting knocked out by nobodies. I'm telling you. But I believe that the rematch is one of the most lucrative fights in is the most lucrative fight in the 168-pound division. Is the best fight in the 168-pound division, and it will be more lucrative. I think a lot of people will now really know who Bud Crawford truly is. The people that didn't know him now know everything. Now he doesn't have a ceiling. Terence Bud Crawford will stop Canelo Alvarez if Canelo Alvarez doesn't come correct mentally. If he comes correct mentally, if you don't mind of himself, if you go back to the trenches, I think it'll be a wonderful fight. Because in the end of the day, if you look at the scorecards, if you look at the punching count, it wasn't lopsided. It was that Terence Bud Crawford turned it up in the 9th round, but most importantly in the championship rounds. In the 11th and 12th, he took it from Canelo Alvarez. They say, oh, you got to take it from a champion. He took it from the champion. And that's why Terence Bud Crawford is the face of boxing, the king of boxing. He snatched Canelo Alvarez's crown. And now Canelo Alvarez, you better go back into that rematch and snatch that crown right back and put it on top of your head, damn it. Shout out to Terence Bud Crawford. This is the reality check that Canelo Alvarez need. And if you do win, you go to 175 and you will face David Benavidez.